the United States, the packaged food business has become a slow-rolling disaster. Kraft Heinz, ConAgra, B&G Foods, Kellogg, Coca-Cola. It's just been one gigantic disappointment after another, hasn't it? But when you look across the Atlantic, different story. Take Nomad Foods, N-O-M-D, a British-based roll-up that sells frozen food across Western Europe. Here's a company that was created in 2014 by, among others, Martin Franklin, a longtime friend of the show, who you might remember as the man behind Jarden, which he eventually sold to Newell Brands. They snapped up Igloo Group for 2.6 billion euros, picking up a bunch of frozen brands, Igloo, Birdseye, and Findus. And since then, they've picked up a few smaller properties. Here's the thing. Nomad's been on fire. The stock's basically doubled over the past 2 years or so. And today, it pole vaulted 6.8%, like a very strong quarter. Yet it's still reasonably priced, trading at roughly 16 times next year's earnings estimates. So how is it that Nomad is thriving while its American peers seem to be struggling? Some of this comes to competition from cheap private label knockoff brands. In Europe, private label already makes up nearly half the market. And it's peaked a while ago. In America, private label's 15 to 20%, and it's still sneaking up. At the same time, Nomad is a smaller, more focused operator than these U.S. packaged food giants with a clean balance sheet and terrific execution. But don't take it from me. Let's dig deeper with Stefan Descheemaeker. He's the CEO of Nomad Foods. To learn more about his company and his prospects, Mr. Descheemaeker, welcome to Mad Money.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me, by the way.
Oh, of course. Stefan, I think what's interesting is American stocks, they claim they wanted a good dividend, right? That's why people bought food stocks. They claim they wanted safety. But the dividend isn't that big anymore, and there's very little safety. I think the Nomad approach of fast growth is what people should be looking at. You obviously agree with that.
I can only agree. You know, we're reinvesting behind our business, and it's a great business. So why should we reinvest behind dividend at this stage? We're growing, which is great.
Now,
we all love it.
We should talk about the things that people don't realize can grow. For instance, fish fingers. Frozen fish is a great business. Why is that?
Well, fish first is a great category. It's 40%, by the way. 40% of our business is fish and coated fish. 20% is vegetable. So obviously very much in line with the trends. And when you're coming with a great category and a great quality and great icons, great brands like Birdseye in the UK, Igloo in continental Europe, Findus in other parts, and you're reinvesting behind your brand, you're obviously reinvesting behind quality at some stage, you know, it's working. And so millennials like it. Fish is very much on trend. So, yeah, it's working well.
We have found in our country that millennials, who are frankly cash-strapped in large part because of big student debt, they love frozen food. They love it. They get home, they can put it in, boom, and it's not expensive. Are the millennials similar in Europe?
They're absolutely similar. I can tell you these are exactly the same themes. So it's about health and wellness, it's a convenience, it's sustainability, and it's affordable. At the same time, frozen food, you have very little waste, so it's spot on. And these are the themes that we are working behind. We are the undisputed leader, as you know, in frozen food in Europe. We are the category leader, and we have a role to play as category leader. That's what we're doing.
Now, Stefan, until I read your conference call, I have to admit, maybe I've been too cavalier about Brexit. There were several questions that indicated that, well, Nomad is ready. You have got the supplies, but you did say, look, our number one thing is that we got to be sure that our customers are going to be supplied. It made me think, should we be thinking that maybe Brexit is it could freeze the food chain and that maybe Europe or UK won't have all the food it needs?
No, that's good. That's going to be okay. But you're right. I mean, our priority number one for whatever happens with Brexit is to make sure that our customers are going to be well served. And we have prepared all the contingencies. We have obviously increased our inventory to do this. So we're ready. We spent quite some time, but we're ready.
Now, you've got higher costs, including the cost of fish, which has gone up. You obviously must be able to have pricing power, or else your sales would be going down.
Well, Jim, that's exactly the point. We have great brands, and over the last 3-4 years, that's exactly what we've been doing. We have been reinvesting behind quality. We have been reinvesting behind the brand and advertising. And yes, we have pricing power at this stage, and that's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing. You have a lot of inflation in fish, And we ourselves and private label, by the way, we're increasing price. So we're not the only ones.
All right, well, one last question.
We're starting.
One of the things that you guys done, if you just also are able to take brands, and this is something we can't seem to do anymore in this country, and really make them grow. You buy Goodfellas, and you get that thing to grow 5% year over year. What are you doing? No one's getting that kind of organic growth.
But Goodfellas is a great brand. It's in a great category. Pizza is a really good category. Frozen pizza is a great category within frozen food. And Goodfellas together with Bird's Eye, it's a great combination in the UK. And obviously with the kind of let's say the kind of relationship we have with all the retailers, we're in a position to improve obviously the positioning of the brand with Tesco, with Sainsbury's, with all these guys. So it's a win-win for all of us, and the trade is very pleased because what they've seen what we've been doing with Bird's Eye, and we're going to do the same with Goodfellas. We're increasing quality, we're going to improve advertising, packaging, so the whole flywheel.
Well, you're the dominant player in the fastest growing part of the supermarket, other than the absolute fresh, which we can't make any money in. At least we can make money with Nomad. I want to thank Stefan Descheemaeker, CEO of Nomad Foods. Hey, listen, we want growth. We don't want dividends. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.